You're drinking Kool-Aid to start your day?
You know who Antonio Cromartie is? She knows. Antonio Cromartie is this football player who has 17 kids. After his 15th kid, he got a vasectomy. Now, I don't know if you guys know what a vasectomy is. Basically, they cut the vas deferens. That's the highway from your balls to your penis hole, right? And it takes the sperm from balls, but they just cut that shit. And Antonio Cromartie had 2 more kids after the vasectomy. That's how athletic that motherfucker was, man. His sperm were in there like Mario Kart Rainbow Road, just hopping over to the next side.
We have these weird ideas of things we should do. You know what I wanted to do during the pandemic? Go javelin. I just want to go throw a javelin around. I said to my buddy, I go, let's go jav. And he goes, jav? I go, isn't that what they say? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, well, let's go throw a jav. He goes, where are we gonna go? I don't know, go down the park. He goes, you can't go throw a javelin around at the park. I go, I've never seen a sign. You see no booze, no golf, you never see no javelin. I think it'd be fun, just 2 grown men, just like...
Some of the events of the Olympics don't make sense to me. I don't understand their connection to any reality. Like in the Winter Olympics, they have that biathlon. You know that one that combines cross-country skiing with shooting a gun? How many alpine snipers are into this? But ski, shoot a gun, ski, bang, bang, bang. To me, it's like combining swimming and strangle a guy. Why don't we have that? That makes absolutely as much sense to me. Just put people in the pool at the end of each lane for the swimmers. And that other one that I love is the luge. You know the luge where the guy wears the slick suit? This is on the bobsled run, but it's not even a sled. It's just Bob. It's just a human being hanging on for their life. This is the whole sport. Just... Oh, he pointed his toes. Oh, this guy's a tremendous athlete.
I don't like a lot of sports, I'll be honest with them. I hate soccer. I hate soccer. No, what do you boo because I have an opinion? Boo your opinion. Get out of America. We don't like your thoughts. I hate soccer. Fuck soccer. And fuck you for liking it. Let me tell you why I don't like soccer. Because they have this World Cup. World Cup. Let me tell you something about the World Cup. It's not the fucking World Cup. You know why? Because the 2 countries that represent me are never in the World Cup. Canada and India are never in the World Cup. Canada, for obvious reasons. It's a world event. We don't get involved in world events, you know? We look at the U.S. Are you guys going? Yeah? Oh, no, go ahead. That's great. Yeah, go ahead. Sure, that's perfect, yeah. No, we'll stay back. We'll tidy up. Sorry about it. It's cool. It always bothers me that India is never in the World Cup. We're the 2nd largest population in the world. There's 1.2 billion people over there. We can't come up with 11 fucking guys to make a team? You know what the problem is? You have no idea how hard it is to kick a ball straight with curly-toed shoes on. We're standing in the middle of the field. I'm open! I'm open! Where the hell is the ball going? It always freaks me out that the Chinese are never in the World Cup. You're the largest population in the world, and you're known for kicking. Wah! But it's kicking. You know, I want to see the Chinese team in the World Cup. I want to see the Chinese team when they get into their huddle. That's what I really want to see, you know? You see all the other countries when they get in their huddle? All right, guys, we're going to get out there. We're going to pass that ball around. We're going to have a good time. All right? Go team. You see the Chinese team? Okay. Hey, asshole, listen up. When you see the ball coming, then you go down the field. Chase the Guaylo with the ball. Something's going down. Be a man.
I ran track in the Special Olympics. Now, if you have never seen a midget run, holy shit, you don't know what you're missing out on. It is unbelievable. When a dwarf runs, the portal to heaven opens right there. Because the legs are just going off in different directions like that. It's just so cute. But because I was in the youth Special Olympics, they didn't have everyone of the same disability. Also, if 5 dwarves were running at the same time, everyone would just die of a joygasm. So, it wasn't just little people running. It was all these different kids with all these different disabilities, like some sort of Make-A-Wish all-star team. And yeah, in the far lane, there was a kid on crutches. Not worried about him. I'm gonna kick his ass, okay? No problem there. Next to him was a kid in a wheelchair. What the fuck, man? A wheelchair? That's a performance enhancer. What are you doing? Unless there's stairs on the track, I'm losing to this guy, okay? Then after that, it was me, and then after that was a fucker, okay? It was what? That's the politically correct term. That's what they like to be referred to as. They like to be called guys, okay? That's true. And don't feel sorry for him. Some of you are feeling sorry for him. Why? Feel sorry for me. I'm the guy that's got to run in this event while my dad is up in the stands. I'm looking at him like, Daddy, are you proud of me? He's like, no, I'm not proud of you. You're running next to a fucker. I'm not proud of you. And he really wasn't proud of me when beat me, okay? He beat me. He cheated, though. He cheated. His mom ran in front of him holding a marshmallow the entire time, just backwards. So, back to the chest bump. So my buddy, 6'2", chest bumps me. You wanna know what happens when a 6'2" guy gives a 4-foot guy a chest bump? 4-foot guy gets a dick in the face. That's what happens. And you can't ignore a dick in the face. You can't just pause over it. You can't skip it like a fart during sex. You can power through a fart during sex. You can be there like, all right, it's my... Eye contact, do not inhale. You know what I mean? But when that happens, you have to acknowledge it. So me and my friend are just staring at each other, making eye contact. No one knows what to say. And then he finally looks down at me and goes, my bad, dog. Fuck you, my bad. That is not a my bad moment. If you knock over my beer, okay, that is a my bad moment. If you drag your cock across my forehead, you owe me a goddamn Hallmark card.
So I was watching football recently when it was on and as a season, when I wrote the joke. I'm not going to even change it for another sport. But I was watching a game with one of my friends, and one of the players scored a touchdown, and he thanked God afterwards. And my friend got so offended because he was like, you know, God has better things to do than help some guy score a touchdown right now. But then I thought about it. I was like, I don't know, maybe football is like God's social media. Like, I know when I have a lot of important shit that needs to get done, that is when I'm on Instagram and Twitter the most, just procrastinating. Maybe God's like, you know, there's so much stuff to take care of in China right now. I'm just gonna help this guy score a touchdown for 5 minutes. Then 8 hours later, he's like, shit. Oh my God, things got really out of hand. There's a flu going. I thought it would go on its own, but he's like, all right, I'll just get to it Monday.
I'm a big football fan. I love football. Football's fun unless you have an alcoholic friend who roots for a shitty team like the Browns. You know what I'm talking about? Those guys are the worst. You know those people. I've been in their house before. They start getting fucked up, and the Browns do what they do every week. They start getting fucked up. And what's happening next? That house is getting fucked up. I'm watching these videos of guys on YouTube throw TVs off their balconies. What the fuck are you doing? Like, do you really think we would ever encourage me to tear my house apart? No. Weed lays right next to me on the couch. Roots my favorite team's on. Says shit to me like, hey, Ryan, you know what would be really nice around here? Some holiday hand towels. Oh, hell yeah, weed! Let's spruce this place up a bit. And weed ain't done there. Weed's like, I ain't talking about just Christmas and shit, man. I'm talking about all the holidays. Oh, you know we're getting some Halloween hand towels in here. Go get me some jack-o'-lanterns and candy corns hanging off that oven. Well, get me a scared black cat. There's Mr. Good Guy Weed's like, hey, let's not forget about our Jewish friends, man. I'm like, ooh, Hanukkah hand towels. I don't know where to get those, but I want to be festively appropriate, goddammit. And here comes that asshole alcohol. You know what alcohol would say to me. Alcohol would say, we're going to wipe our ass on those hand towels. And Weed's ready for that. Weed's like, use the Thanksgiving ones, man. They're already brown. I'm like, you fucking thought of everything, Weed. You thought of everything. Don't use the brown hand towels at her place.
But yeah, this is a fun job. I love this job. Only bad part about it, you got to travel a lot. Like, past 3 years, I've been on the road like 48 weeks a year. So I get burned out. I was so burned out that I took this other job just to get away from it for a bit. I took a job as a DJ in San Francisco, California on a morning show. Don't cheer. That lasted 6 months, then I got fired. I will tell you exactly what happened. They might say something different on Google. This is what happened. I was a morning show DJ on this show. I was the sports guy on the morning show. Obviously, you look at me, you're like, yeah, there's a dude that got picked first for every team growing up. I was a sports guy. While I was up there, the San Francisco Giants won the World Series. Now, I don't like the San Francisco Giants. So I go on air the next day. Yeah, I go on air the next day. Talk a bunch of shit about the San Francisco Giants, make reference to a couple players that I know have been cheating on their wives, classy stuff. They don't like that. The Giants team calls at the radio station is like, if that guy's not fired, suspended, or apologizes, we're pulling all our funding from your station. Station panics. They call me to a meeting. They're like, Brad, you gotta go on air tomorrow, say something nice about the Giants. I'm like, nope, not gonna do that. And they're like, no. They're like, no, you gotta do it. Just go on air and say something nice about the Giants. I'm like, that's never gonna happen. They're like, what? Because you're from Southern California and you're a Dodger fan? I'm like, I am, but that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. I'm a professional. They go, well, why don't you just say anything nice about the Giants? Like, because I'm a fucking midget. I'm not gonna wear a jersey that says Giants on it, asshole. Realize that? I'm not gonna support something that's been trying to kill me my entire life. No one else would do that, ever. A black guy would never wear a jersey that says cops.
If Michael Jeffrey Jordan took that glorious tongue of his, you know the tongued. If he took that tongue and attacked my rim the way he attacked rims in the league, if he grabbed my hips and shattered my backboard, are you kidding me? I'd be honored. That's not even gay. He's the GOAT. That's bestiality. I'm still proud of it. That would be the crowning achievement of my childhood. Michael Jordan licked my asshole. Played that night and dropped 39 points. I'm the reason he had the flu. Oh, you had some bad pizza, Mike? Yeah, pizza this ass. Why don't you be honest with the people, okay? We filmed it and everything. We're calling it Face Jam. Tell the truth about what happened that night.
I think my wife's attracted to me. It's hard to say. I do mixed martial arts, MMA. Anybody doing that? No? I'll fucking kill everybody in here. Beat the shit out of you guys. If I wanted to. You seem very nice, but I do MMA. My wife loves it. She's like turned on. First of all, I thought I was gonna learn like hand-to-hand combat. I learned dick to butt choking, and that's cool too, but I wanted to learn self-defense. I learned I'm attracted to men, and those are both good things to learn. My friend was like, you should do MMA. Find out what you're capable of. I am capable of maintaining an erection while a guy strangles me from behind. How would I have known that otherwise? You know what I mean? You've got to step out of your comfort zone occasionally. I'm kidding a little bit, but it does feel oddly sexual, the sport. I show up, I take my shoes off, I give my buddy $50, we roll around. I'm like, this feels a little fetishy. He's like, we gotta work on your mount today. Get over here and mount me. I'm like, all right. I feel like I'm getting duped, but...
So, you gotta stay in shape. And I watch the TV, watch a lot of sports on the TV, everything on it, any sport at all, I don't care, And some of those sports are not even sports, You ever see those sports on the TV where they just try to take two different sports and combine them together and make up a new sport? And they don't even work together, like, guy will run a 100-yard dash and then fish. But I don't know. So there's one cliff diving. There's a weird sport. Hey, a guy diving off a cliff there, and they're trying to pass it off as a sport. It's like attempted suicide pretty well, eh? Next week, I saw on a TV guy that got washing down Quaaludes with wood alcohol. Can you believe that? How about that for a sport, eh? But it's tough to know who's better in cliff diving either. Like you see a guy diving off a cliff, they go, oh man, a guy diving off a cliff. And then another guy dives. Oh, there's another guy diving off a cliff there. But you can't tell who's better, Like, if you survive at all, hey, you're a great cliff diver there. There's only two classifications in cliff diving there. There's a grand champion and then stuff on a rock.
Fuck being a celebrity. This is not the time to be a black star. They locking all our stars up. Black celebrities, this is a witch hunt for us, man. God damn it. It's all OJ's fault. Ever since OJ got away, white people have just been locking up our stars one by one. It's true. And it's not even OJ's fault. It's our fault. We celebrated too openly when OJ got acquitted. We should have been quiet about that shit. As soon as they're not guilty, niggas just dancing. Oh, in your face, nigga, in your face. It hurts, don't it? It hurts. Burns, doesn't it, nigga? Ooh, that justice system burns, doesn't it? Welcome to my world, motherfucker, all that shit. White people wanted OJ's ass bad. City of LA spent over $12 million just trying that motherfucker. And the look on white people's face when he was acquitted, priceless. Priceless.
I was in London about a month ago. The World Cup was going on. I enjoy any sporting event where nations get involved. I find that the most exciting. The Olympics is really my favorite sporting event, although I think I have a problem with that silver medal. I think if I was an Olympic athlete, I would rather come in last than win the silver, if you think about it. You win the gold, you feel good. You win the bronze, you think, well, at least I got something. But you win that silver, that's like, congratulations, you almost won. Of all the losers, you came in first of that group. You're the #1 loser. No one lost ahead of you. And they don't lose by much. These short races, 300ths of a second, 200ths of a second. I don't know how they live with that the rest of their lives, because you got to tell the story. Everyone wants to hear the story. Wow, congratulations, silver medal. Did you trip? Did you not hear the gun go off? Tell us what happened. It's 100th of a second. People say, what was the difference in the margin there? What was it? Well, it was like from now. It was like from now to now to now to now to now. That was it. That was it. I trained, I worked out, I exercised my entire life. I never had a date, I never had a drink, I never had a beer. I was doing push-ups since I was a fetus. I flew halfway around the world. Everybody I knew in my whole life was there. The guy shot out the gun. Oh. And they always had that photo finish. The photo finish was always silver, gold. This is the whole race. Gold, silver, bronze, dead last. Greatest guy in the world, never heard of him.
You telling me nobody is rooting for Russia? I'm not saying I am, but you're saying everybody's... No, look, hey, I'll show my cards. I was rooting for Ukraine too. I was rooting for them. It seemed like the right thing. I'm rooting for them. Then my algorithm showed me that there was Ukrainian Nazis. Yeah, they don't fuck with black people. That's not cool. I'm not fucking with Ukrainian Nazis. And then it showed me that there was Russian Nazis too. And I'm like, well, I'm not fucking with I'm not fucking with no. I thought we didn't like Nazis. I thought that was the deal. You know, but I'm American. So I'm like, if I'm gonna root for somebody, you gotta understand our relationship with Russia. It was us. Us and Russia, 1 and 2, since the 60s. They were our fucking rival. In the 80s, we were like the Celtics and the Lakers. They were the Celtics. We were the Lakers. I don't want to see them lose to the Utah Jazz. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. It wouldn't add up to how much shit they've been giving us. It's like, you lost to these motherfuckers? Again, I'm not rooting for Russia, man. That's not what I'm saying. Fuck Russia. I'll never visit Russia, man. Fuck them, because you can't bring your vacation drugs there. Yeah, they threw that black woman in jail, man, for 10 years over a joint. Right away, I was like, racist! Russia's racist! And then my algorithm showed me that they threw a white girl in jail for a joint too, and I was like, Russia's just Russian! They're no fun.
Like, people have these heated debates, and they're furious at each other about things we never even thought of. Like, they're debating transgenders and women's sports. That's a real debate that's happening across the country, and people are at each other's throats. Like, the right-wingers are like, that's a biological man. He can't compete in women's sports. And then the left-wingers are like, what do you mean that's a man? That's a beautiful woman with a penis. And, like, they're furious, just arguing with each other. And I'm just sitting here, and I'm like, can we all just take a deep breath and take a step back and just return to a simpler time when we had consensus on this issue, and we all agreed that we don't care about women's sports? Like, what? Why is it even a thing? When did we start letting them do it? I don't remember. But it's ridiculous.
Before I was a comedian, I was a soccer coach for little kids, 4-year-olds. You don't need to know much about soccer to coach little kids. You just have to not touch kids. The main thing that they wanted us to teach the kids was that you never touch the ball with your hands, so it's pretty much the same rule. I was coaching one day, hot summer day, and my best player, Luca, 4 years old, he comes up to me and he's like, Coach, I'm so hungry. What are you eating? I was like, I'm eating peanuts, Luca. And he's like, oh, I've never had a peanut before. So I said, Luca, eat some peanuts. I gave him some peanuts, and then his face started swelling up, and then he just looked at me and he's like, I'm allergic. So I turned to my assistant coach and I told her to go get the EpiPen. If you're not familiar with how an EpiPen works, there's a yellow side that has a needle, and then there's a blue side where you're supposed to put your thumb. My assistant coach put her thumb on the yellow side, stabbed Luca with the blue side. All the epi, which I don't know what it's short for. Epinephrine? Thank you. I only look like a doctor. All the epinephrine went into my assistant coach's finger, and she started jiggling. Luca didn't make it. To practice the next day. I saved his life. I sucked all the epinephrine out of my assistant coach's finger, and then I spit it in Luca's mouth. After 5 minutes, when that didn't work, I decided to use the second EpiPen.